Hello everyone! Today we're bringing you a brand new episode that we're sure you'll all enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any new content, because we post a fresh and exciting episode every day. Now, let's get started with the video. Enjoy watching! We have seen sideline arguments before. We have seen frustrated receivers and struggling quarterbacks. But what happened on the Cleveland sideline against the 49ers wasn't just a disagreement. It was the exact moment an entire franchise began to fracture. You might think you saw a veteran yelling at a rookie, but if you look closer, you are witnessing a changing of the guard that nobody expected. The most feared man in the NFL just stepped out of the shadows, not to sack a quarterback, but to essentially end a teammate's tenure in Cleveland with one brutal sentence. The lines have been drawn, and the fallout is going to be catastrophic. Let's set the scene, because the optics here are everything. The Browns are getting crushed 26-8. The offense is stagnant, the defense is exhausted, and the morale is in the gutter. In the middle of this disaster, the cameras pan to the sideline and catch Jerry Judy absolutely unraveling. He isn't just talking, he's gesticulating, clapping in faces, and screaming at rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. It looks less like a professional athlete discussing strategy and more like a total loss of emotional control. But look at the person he is screaming at. Shedeur Sanders, the guy critics labelled as entitled or arrogant, is standing there like a statue. He doesn't scream back. He doesn't throw his helmet. He just nods. The visual contrast is striking. The rookie looks like the seasoned general, and the 5-year veteran looks like a chaotic liability. That moment alone went viral instantly, but it was what happened after the game that turned this from a viral clip into a full-blown locker room war. Before we get to the nuclear explosion that Myles Garrett set off, we have to look at why the fans turned on Judy so quickly. The internet detectives pulled the receipts, and they are absolutely devastating. Judy was acting like he was being held back by poor quarterback play, but the numbers tell a completely different story. In his 2 starts with Shedeur, Judy has 4 catches. That's it, 4. But wait, it gets worse. When you look at his last 10 games, spanning 3 different quarterbacks, including veterans like Joe Flacco and Jameis Winston, Judy has dropped 8 passes. He is averaging less than 3 catches a game. He is fumbling in open space instead of securing first downs. When you are performing at the bottom of the league, you do not get the privilege of screaming at the rookie who is trying to salvage a broken season. It was the ultimate display of hypocrisy, and everyone saw right through it. But the fans' opinion doesn't matter nearly as much as the opinion of the man who runs that locker room. Myles Garrett rarely gets involved in offensive drama. He usually stays in his lane, wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks and keeping his mouth shut about the team's internal politics. That is why what happened next sent a chill down everyone's spine. In the post-game press conference, completely unprompted, Garrett decided it was time to send a message. He didn't just address the scuffles on the field. he addressed the character of the men wearing the jersey. When asked about the chirping and the fighting, Garrett didn't give the standard PR answer. He didn't say, "We need to do better." Instead, he looked dead into the camera and dropped a line that hits harder than any sack he has ever made. He said, "I can't speak for how he was raised." Let that sink in for a second. In the world of professional sports, you can criticize a man's game, his speed, or his hands. But when you question how a man was raised, you are questioning his foundation, his parents, and his very existence as a man. Garrett went on to say, if you have nothing good to say, don't say something to somebody. On the surface, he was talking about an incident with a 49ers player. But everyone in that room, and everyone watching, knew exactly who the stray bullet was meant for. By emphasizing disparaging and demeaning comments, Garrett was drawing a hard line in the sand regarding the Judy Sanders situation. He was signaling to the entire organization that the behavior we saw on the sideline is not compatible with winning. Garrett is an old-school soul in a modern league. He believes in building guys up, especially rookies who are thrust into the fire. By publicly questioning the raising of players who act out, he is essentially excommunicating Jerry Judy from the leadership circle. He is saying that if that is how you handle adversity, by bullying a rookie, then you simply don't have the DNA to be a Cleveland Brown. This is where the situation becomes fascinating for the future of the NFL. Myles Garrett is the franchise. What he says goes. By stepping up and implicitly defending Shedeur Sanders, he has placed a shield around the young quarterback. He is telling the rest of the league and his own locker room, this kid is with me. Think about the confidence that instills in Shedeur. He knows he has the support of the best player on the planet. It validates Shedeur's approach. Keep your head down, stay professional, and let the veterans handle the noise. Garrett's intervention proves that he values Shedeur's composure over Judy's emotional outbursts. It is a massive endorsement that money can't buy. The entitled narrative around Shedeur just got smashed to pieces because Myles Garrett doesn't co-sign entitlement. He co-signs work ethic. So where do we go from here? The breach between Jerry Judy and the Browns seems completely burned. You cannot have your team captain questioning your upbringing on national television and expect to coexist peacefully in the locker room next week. The trust is gone. The chemistry is vaporized. For Shedeur Sanders, this is his welcome to the NFL moment, but in the best way possible. He survived the fire, kept his cool, and earned the respect of the alphas in the room. The Browns are in chaos, yes, but through that chaos, the hierarchy has become crystal clear. The veteran receiver is out in the cold, and the rookie quarterback has been handed the keys to the kingdom by the king himself. As we look toward the next game, don't watch the scoreboard. Watch the sideline. Because the war for the soul of this team is over. And Myles Garrett just declared the winner. In the NFL, talent will get you drafted, but character keeps you employed. Jerry Judy found out the hard way that you can drop passes or you can drop attitude, but you cannot drop both. Myles Garrett's defense of Shedeur Sanders wasn't just a soundbite, it was a culture shift. It forces us to ask, in a league driven by ego, is the quiet composure of a rookie now more valuable than the loud experience of a vet? Let me know in the comments, was Garrett right to take it there, or did he cross the line? Don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to track this developing story.